Hey guys, what's up? Are you ready for day 3, mission 3? How to change your energy signature from scarcity and fear to abundance and love. So check this out. We just came on a journey, right? We are on day 3. Day 1 was about finding your core programming, right? And how to rewrite it, reprogram it every single day, right? Because remember, those micro daily shifts are going to ultimately lead to these breakthroughs that will create transformation in your life, okay? Yesterday was about thoughts, right? We talked about, okay, now that we know how to change our programming, how do we, overcome user error, right? How do we optimize this thing and calibrate it to go to true north? Hey, Bogdana, how's it going? Hope you're safe and well. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about feelings, okay? So over this past, I'd say this summer will make 3 years for me. Since I crashed and burned, I was actually living in scarcity and fear for, maybe 20 years. Actually, 25 years marks my mom's 25 since she passed away. So that whole period of time, right, the majority of my life, I was living in scarcity and fear. And to this summer will make 3 years. 3 years. I've been, pushing towards, right, changing my energy signature to abundance and love. So that's why I'm here today with you guys to impart some of the lessons and sort of exercises that I've done with my mentors and coaches to get to this really good point. So I want to read a quote from Albert Einstein. So I love this because for me, I really intellectualize energy in a sort of scientific physics way. So everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Okay? So I'm going to show you a little example of what I visualize this as. Okay? So I got a ball of magnets here, and I'm ripping it apart. But, right, you see the negative and positive polarity. So, right, positive, negative, okay? I'm holding this one straight, and, okay, right? So, let's just say this is what you want, and this is who you are, right? Where you are right now. And in order to get what you want, it's like saying hell no, It's like, I'm not matching up. So about what happens when you change your energy signature, right? You understand your energy frequency. That's alignment. So I like to talk in simple terms, right? So my simple mind can understand it. Hey Teresa, how's it going? Welcome. Hey, so if you guys, if any of you want copies of these worksheets that I've been showing you throughout from day 1 to today, send me your email and I will shoot you the Google Drive. I'll give you access. So today, this is our mission. Change your energy signature from scarcity and fear to abundance and love. We have 3 tasks, okay? We're going to discover your energy frequency. Some of you that already know Eastern philosophies and have, know how to shift your energy, this is probably just going to be a review, but really want to get you guys to do this short exercise and show you how to really feel the energy of fear and scarcity versus love and abundance. Second task, we're going to review this vibrational frequency of emotions, and then we're going to complete the energy awareness. So today's going to be kind of short. I really just want to get you guys to do this sort of energy awareness exercise so that you can actually feel where you are, right? Get down where you are on this scale here. So this is by David Hawkins, Level of Consciousness. If you can see, right? You guys seen the scales of emotions, right? And down here is really heavy. You're in activity. You're stuck. I was there. Honestly, I mean, right? Being a total drug addict, depressed, anger, anger at the world, disgusted with myself and everyone else, and I started moving up, right? So now I'm in this higher realm where I'm like, oh, whoa, I get up, I feel happy. I'm 113 days sober today because of all this. I'm building my business, right? And this would be, the peak of it all, right? So I want you to get there someday, wherever you guys are. This is the power sort of area, and this is like you're trying to force this, right? Everything seems so hard and heavy. So this is what flow and alignment is, right? These areas up here. So I want to actually read something for you guys that I found online that might make a little bit more sense to what I'm trying to explain here. Because what you really want to do is Google energy frequency, right? Or find a coach or some kind of master. I recently found a Reiki master that hopefully she can teach me and enlighten me, right? To help me move my energy even in a greater sense, okay? So listen, check this out. The difference between one object and another is ultimately a question of rate of vibration. It is a number and arrangement of the electron within an atom and the varied cohesion of atoms into molecules, which go on to make up these vibratory differences. Okay, so our energy is something we put out into the world. When we notice this interconnection, how we affect one another, we start to take more responsibility for the energy that we radiate. When we practice meditation, we shift our energy. We begin to operate at a high vibrational frequency, the frequency of love, and that's when we are a magnet for more positive energy. When our energetic aura shifts, our consciousness expands, our nervous system neutralizes, and we begin to fully realize and experience a spiritual awakening. And that's the recognition of our divine essence. This becomes possible, or things become possible that weren't before. And a miraculous life unfolds in front of us, and we can heal ourselves. So what I've essentially done, right? Look at this board. I started with meditation. It was a guided meditation app called Headspace. They offer a free 10-day, I think it's just unlimited. You just get 10 days. You can use that as much and as long as you want. So I was totally new, right? I was living in chaos, and I realized that I needed to calm this, right? Calm the noise so that I could even gather my thoughts, right? And once I did that, then I could live from here. So I did that. I took those 10 days. In the beginning, it was super hard. It was like Groundhog Day for me. Every time I'd skip a day, right? I'd start one day, I'd like fall off. I'd start again one day, right? Day one. And then it was like I got so obsessed. I was okay, I'm going to complete these 10 days. So I just kept going back, right? 1, 2, 3, drop off. Back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I got to 10. Then I kept doing 10 days in a row consecutively. And so now today, nearly 3 years later, it is a part of my morning routine. Okay. And I graduated onto energy clearing. This is so important. You're going to want to get obsessed or research if you don't know anything about this. It's one of the keys, right, to healing. Food, fuel. What are you putting in your body, right? Because it's all about, like we said, the beliefs, the thoughts, the words, right, the behaviors, the habits, the actions. This is all shaping our reality. I mean, whether you want to believe it or not, it's actually not just woo-woo stuff. It's science-based, okay, science-backed. And then physical movement. Right? I was a stoner couch potato for like 20 years. And now, I crave getting outside and then, going for walks. I'm starting to jog now because I want to start running. And then, with this whole quarantine thing, I'm like, I need to get out, right? I know some of you guys feel that way, but you're getting out there, right? You put on your running shoes and you're out, you're gone. Okay, so moving on to the task number 2. That was task number 1. So I'm going to send you guys all this. It'll be in the drive. For those that have access already, but if you want access, shoot me your email. So this vibrational frequency of emotions, it sort of models, I'm going to show you actually a color version of what I was trying to explain to you before. Oh, it's kind of hard to see it here, okay? But anyways, those are the emotions. You'll get the color version. But I just want you guys to review this, right? To sort of jog your mind, get your mindset in this way of thinking about life, living. How do you match the vibrational frequency of what you want from within? So it starts at like 20 to 75 hertz. Shame, guilt, apathy, grief. 100 to 175. Fear, desire, anger, pride. 200 to 350, courage, neutrality, willingness, and acceptance. And then 400 to 600, reason, love, joy, peace. There's actually, I think there's quizzes out there online where you can actually take to really gauge where you're at. But I was going to add one, but I figured like you guys can do some research and then figure out what works for you, right? Because this is all about like you becoming aware of how this all works and then going out and digging, right? Seeking and finding, because this is how you rescue yourself. Okay, and then 700 is enlightenment. So I want you guys to just review that. But the one task, this one exercise that I have today, right, is going to be super important because you're going to get deep into where you're at right now and where you want to be. Okay. So this energy awareness, okay, it says you need to see it, to feel it, to interpret, and to understand how different your reality is now, today, compared to where you want to be. So the first step, I want you to write down what your desired reality is. Okay. Hey Bessie, how's it going? Glad you caught me live. Step 2, I want you to write down 100 ways that you are living in abundance and love right now. Okay, that's going to be a long list. This is like some, you're going to really find out where you are, because if you can't get to 100, there's some major things you're going to change. Step number 3, write down 50 ways that you are living in scarcity and fear. Okay, remember when I showed you guys this magnet, this ball of balls of magnet, right? That we're just all this, right? Atoms vibrating at different frequencies. So on that frequency scale, we are literally, right, in this we're physical beings, right? But we live in this energetic space, this universe. And what we have to do, really just down to physics. I mean, we can talk about metaphysics and quantum physics, right? Because it's all a part of that, the quantum realm, right? But if you can imagine that in the quantum realm, this whole mass, right, is you, and you're just vibrating, right? And you have your own energetic signature, right? There's the frequency scale, but there's your own personal signature. Okay, you're vibrating. Hey Shauna, how's it going? Yeah, closing. I mean, right? To change your energy from like maybe some sort of negative or on the heavy side of scale, right, where you're trying to force things to get it light, right? Because you're going from like heavy, all this fear and scarcity down here, and then light, right, to love, to peace, right? So imagine you're in this quantum realm. You're like this is you, right? How do you change that? Right? It's all about these simple tools, right? But you got to be relentless, dedicated, committed, right? Finding the people, right? And like these lessons that are actually gonna start, opening your mind to think in this, sense where like you're not stuck, okay? We don't want you to be stuck. That's not how you achieve your goals and dreams. So, right? I want you guys to be free flowing, right? Like I never used to be able to do this. Yes, right? So if you watch a video from HBS Professor Amy Cuddy, she talks about power, like power stances, right? When people win gold medals in the Olympics, which is always like, yes, right? So I want you guys to get to that point. And this is actually what I've done. I've done this every day. It's probably over 2 years now that I've discovered just energy, right? How to move it, how to change it, how to go from living in chaos to quieting this and recalibrating it, right? And living from here. So this is that energy that you guys feel from me. But if you guys have any questions, I'm in Q&A right now. How's it going, Catherine? Welcome. If you guys want any of these worksheets that I've talked about today, shoot me your email and I will send them over. But really, like if you've been following me along through this whole thing, this is actually, this is a part of my morning routine that I've set up over these past 3 years. It started with meditation. You see meditation here? Okay, so now, right, I started writing it down. Before I started tracking it, okay, I was just like, doing it, right, trying to figure out what was happening with me and how I could change, right, have this transformation in my life. And then I started tracking it this way, writing it down, because I really needed to know where I was at So now I actually have a spreadsheet that I track it with. And all of that, right, my modus operandi for, optimizing myself and my business is to track it, to measure it, to optimize. So I know where I'm at, and I can always go back to see where I was at that moment and what was happening. And then, I can figure out what I need to change. Do I need to do something different? Do I need to incorporate something that's going to get me to the next level? But all these tools, you can use this throughout all of your life, right? So at every single level you break through, you're going to want to come back to this foundation, right? This is your internal kingdom, okay? It's you building your kingdom, right? When nobody can take this away from you, right? You are solidly sitting in your kingdom, in your castle, your empire, whatever you want to call it, okay? Once you have that, no one can touch you. Like, we're living in this time where everything's uncertain, right? The world seems to be crumbling and crashing around us. But I want you guys to be able to stand right here, strong, centered, grounded, while the world is falling apart around you, knowing that you're blessed. Everything's going to be okay. You will figure it out, okay? You will come out at the end of this stronger and better than ever. And let me share an example of how I apply this to, or, me and my sister apply this to our family's business. So where we're in this 8-figure third stage of business, okay, where we want to get to stage 4, right? Surpass 100 million, okay? But so our exercise this morning was, okay, so we're here. We want to get here. What exists here? Oh, my hands are black from the ball. What exists here, right? What is the condition? What is this energy signature, right? How do we operate? What is true in this moment that is not happening here? And from this starting point, right, we know everything we have to change here to be able to match what's happening in our desired reality. So this exercise today is actually a light version of what I will share in Boss Bootcamp, because I want to get you in this sort of mold of operating, right? That like you'll be able to sit down. And the reason why you do 100 in the positive, 100 examples, and then the 50 in the negative is that we want to create so much positive substance, right? So much of that positive frequency that the negative just drowns out, right? It sort of like gets neutralized, and it's that idea of like, okay, if we got this much positive, right, we're vibrating this much and this much negative, that eventually it's going to go, right? And then you're just like operating, because what our whole goal here, right, is for you to optimize yourself, you as a captain of the ship, right? And every single day, feeding your mind, body, and soul, right? Having complete battle ready morning exercise, morning routine, so that when you come to building your business, right, every single day, you are ready to go because you eliminated everything still standing in your way when you wake up every morning. So you execute on all those daily battle plan activities that you need to actually grow from 0 to million to 10, 10 to 50, 50 to 100 and beyond. So that's my lesson for today. But if you guys have questions about anything, about what we've covered today, what we covered yesterday, we're going to be covering actions and results, right, for the next couple days. But I'm here, so you guys have me live. I know a few of you are still on here. Hey Pawnee, hey Barbara, how's it going? Catherine, if you send me your email, I will send you the link to the Google Drive so you can have access to all of these documents. And then also be able to tag you in these videos. I finally found out how to tag, because I was like, this is all new to me. So now I know how to tag you guys so that you guys know when I'm going live. Thanks. Hopefully one day we can all do this lives together. We'll have, live conference Zoom calls where we can each share energy, right? Impart some knowledge. Pawnee, good to see you. Thanks for joining me again. Great that you're here. Hey, Barb, you're still at work? Okay, hey. I won't tell your boss. But maybe, right, changing your energy frequency, okay, is gonna or your energy signature, okay? Changing your energy signature actually, right, like I said, in that sort of vibrational energy of emotions, it's like you're, whatever you are projecting and radiating into the world, right? And that's really affects everything around you, right? My example obviously was I was that negative jerk, right? I was the person that was so negative that what's funny is that when I actually came home, when I crashed and burned from New York, I have toddler nieces and nephews, and they never wanted to play with me. They didn't even want to give me hugs. Okay, this was really bad, right? Because I was high, I was miserable, grumpy all the time, right? Never had anything good to say or to contribute. And so ever since I've done all this work, they love me, they play with me, they hug me, they jump in my bed. So I always joke and say, if you can't get kids to love on you to the point where you're like, oh my God, okay, I need a break, then, you really got something wrong with you, because that was true for me. But good, Barb, right on. You go, girl. But taking a deep cleansing breath before I pick up the phone. Yes. Yeah, getting into that. So another trick I do is every time I do a strategy call or connect with someone, I try to do a brief energy cleansing meditation to sort of get in the right mind frame, so I know I can be present and sort of in the moment and be able to serve at my highest. That's not always possible, but deep breathing exercises actually really complete the picture, right? If you can, I think it's the sequence is 4 in, hold for 7, and then 8 out. So no, and then 8 release. Hey Tamir, how's it going? Thanks for joining. How you doing? Catherine, that's amazing. You had an energetic turnaround. Oh, we should connect. I want to hear more about that. I think this stuff about energy, right? Our energy signatures. People don't realize, I had zero clue that this was even possible, right? But you're just really, becoming aware, right? So the third, this third exercise for all of us who are new to energy, is really to get us in those peak states, right? How do we even bring awareness to where we are? Because at every single level, like I said, we're gonna have to analyze this, right? Because my example was with my sister and our family's company, right? It's let's just say 50 and 100 million have a different sort of energy frequency and what's needed versus where we are right now, right? And it's closing that entire gap and really, switching and shifting our energy signatures to this other sort of higher energy frequency. And I know a lot of people think that it's just metaphysics, woo-woo, but it's actually just this physics, and we can think of it in the quantum field and the quantum entanglement. But let's just not get too nerdy into that. For me, my brain is simple, so this is what you guys are gonna get. Simple, uncomplicated strategies. Yes, Catherine, shoot me a message, and let's definitely connect. Barb, what is this? Yes, but this is for when people call me. Oh yeah, you know it. That's right. Just it's almost like saying you're allergic to all the bad stuff. So I'm just gonna keep releasing it. You're right. Anyone who's coming at you, you can say that's a mirror, because I'm showing you a mirror because that's you, not me. I know that I'm good, right? I always try to be living in this higher state of consciousness where if someone's coming at me negatively, I immediately assess if I'm doing something that is not at my highest. And if it is, then I change it. But if it's not, then I know that it's the person's projection, right? And I can just bless them, bless you, boo, you do you, and hope you find your way one day. Hey, yeah, so you guys should all connect, but I'm in Q&A. I'm just rambling on. I'm gonna do some family hangout after this. Maybe have a session with Miss Swinner over here. But yeah, we're gonna jump in the truck and kind of get out, because the kids are stirring. I'm sort of stirring. I've, had my morning strategy calls, and I'm ready to get out. And even if I can't even get out of the truck, right? I just want to like be in motion, because this is creating energy, and we don't want to be stuck and fixed. So that's why physical movement, right? Moving our body, eating better. I try to be more plant-based, but my fitness and nutritional coach says that it's just about clean fuel, right? Clean versus bad. There's that sort of scale, right? So like you just have to decide what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And then energy cleansing, mine is a guided meditation. Actually, if you guys want that, I'll just give it to you. Just let me know. I know some of you already have the methods and sort of resources, but if you want to try something different, let me know. And I'm down. So, because this whole 6-day boot camp, right, is to get you prepared that if you decide to continue with me on Boss Boot Camp through the 90-day intensive, right, to take your business from 0 to whatever revenue point you want, this sets the foundation, right, and you can just start charging at it. And like I said, whether you decide to come with me on that journey or not, you'll be able to still have this foundation, and at every single level you can come back to it, because you're actually going to want to. Tamir, Insight Timer. It's a good application for meditation. There's a lot of free guided meditation sorted by categories. Awesome. Thanks, Tamir, for sharing. I think, if you guys want to share your own tips, strategies, resources, please feel free, because that's all going to help the collective, right? Help all of us get to where we are right now, to where we want to go. So I'm going to head off. If you guys don't have any more questions, I need to get out, even if it's for, half an hour or whatever, right? It's kind of rainy today in Hawaii, so I hope that you guys are having better weather. But please, hopefully that you're taking care of yourselves, staying healthy and happy in your domains. This is my battle cave. So I'll probably be coming to you guys live for the rest of the boot camp from here. And then I guess into the foreseeable future. I think today we have 90 cases in Hawaii confirmed for COVID. So, and that's just sort of escalating. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here and hang out with you guys. But get with me if you want these resources. If you already have access, get down, do the exercises when you can. Also, if you don't have access to a printer, you could actually just write it out. Get out a piece of paper, pencil, pen, write it out. That works as well. But yes, thank you guys. Thanks for joining me and sending great energy into this where we are and into our worlds, right? So we are all together gonna get through this situation happening, and think of it as a reset. Like, I was talking to my sister earlier about, like, remember those movies that, time travel movies where everyone's like, freeze! And everyone's like stuck, right? I mean, look at everyone's in their position, and then it's like, this is that reset, right? We're masters of our universe, of our world, right? Of our lives, our business, of ourselves. And we literally, on our game board of life, everything's frozen or everything's thrown up in the air, right? So you get to take that board and go, whoom, everything flies up, and then you can eliminate all the things you don't need, right? Whether it's people, places, things, so that when everything comes back online, you're like, I'm ready to go, right? I survived this. I planned, right? I game planned during this time. And now, right, we are back online and we're ready to roll. Pawnee, send me a message. Send me your email address, and then I will give you access to the Google Drive link. Okay. But I'm gonna head out. I love you guys, all of you. I love me. I will see you on the inside. Peace. Thanks, guys. Aloha.